Santos with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Messi goes short. Now it's Messi. Now the ball in. That is a brilliant interception. Pirlo can clear it away. Now it's Bale.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Zanetti. Neymar. Oh, nice touch. Mateus. And he welcomes it in. Mateus! That's a cute ball. Pass is just off target. Tigres still without a single shot on target. Forlan just eases him off the ball. Forlan showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And this is Insigne. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And here's Forlan. Nesta spots it and intercepts. Forlan gets into a good position. Hullet shifted it to the flank. So what can they make of this? Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Mateus. And it's Messi. Tries to pass it through. In by Cancelo.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And this is Forlan.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Bale. There's the delivery. Cannavaro attempts a clearance. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bellingham stood his ground strongly. Van Dijk. Nesta. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Neymar. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. There's no such thing as a bad time to score. Tries one from range! Cross flung in towards the middle. Chance! Nicely aimed pass.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Neymar. Great vision. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Neymar. Neymar getting forward. Oh, that's nice. Mateus. Chance, surely! Goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him.
Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Santos have taken the lead.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
And reclaimed it in a trice. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Tigres unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And so the action is resumed.
Tigres can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Bellingham. Chance here to counter. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Tigres come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well,
and the shot! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Santos are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
And here's Cruyff. Good running, strong and purposeful, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
And here's Hullet. Oh, cracking. He's having a pop! Superb from Vinicius Junior! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Back to within one! Interesting! You just know there is no stopping that.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Tigres cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Substituição em andamento.
Zanetti, a picture of focus and alertness. Messi. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, can they get him away? Oh, that was vital.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Somewhat off target. And here's Dembele.
Tigres may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, he's having a go! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Just about up to 75 minutes. No, he refuses to take the bait. Zanetti does really well to win the ball there. And it's Bruno Fernandes. This is a promising build-up. Engages and forces him off the ball. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Teremos uma substituição.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range.
This is about as perfect a free kick position as you could wish for.
Thuram. That's good play.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Now then, clash of the egos.
And it's Pirlo. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bruno Fernandes making good progress. Tigres now in a position of desperate urgency.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Forlan ploughing through the middle.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He'll try from distance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Mateus looking to add to his goal. Now he's got space here. Not the most accurate pass. Van Dijk. Aimed beyond the defence. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
The Urbano Caldera, it really is a wonderful place to be. A ground graced by some of the greatest in Brazilian football, heroes and legends. So we're very much on the way now. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team.
In 4-4, here's a chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And Pullet! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Pullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Safe to say, he's capable of better than that. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Bellingham. Mateus, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Dembele. Neymar. It'll be a throw-in. And it's Dembele. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Nesta does well not to be outdone there. And here's Hullet. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Still goalless. Mateus. Well read, nice interception. Seedorf. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And it's Seedorf. Well, 2025 was, of course, the year the Parisians finally realised their dream of becoming European champions. So many times in the past they tried and failed by expensively recruiting the fanciest names in the game, but then they showed faith in one Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah, and I think you can say the team was built around him, Peter. Another thing they did was to play him centrally in a false nine role, sometimes even as a striker, and that led to a massive upturn in goal involvement. This is a player we always knew that it was in him. Once his fitness returned, he's never looked back.
Pirlo can see things others simply cannot. And this is Ronaldo.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Nesta did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Cristiano Ronaldo! Ronaldo! Superb! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Tigres are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
There's the shot! Oh, good finish! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
We're looking at a different game now.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Nicely shaped ball, and this is Forlan. He's picked his way through. Real chance! Varane can get it clear. Seedorf. It's a sharp pass. Neymar picks it up out wide. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. No foul, says the referee. Tries to play it through. Neymar. No, he's not getting his way this time. And he can clear it away. So, a temporary halt to the action. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, I think we got a good indication of what both sides want to do, Peter. I suspect both will continue with their respective approaches, give or take the odd fine-tuning.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. Tigres kick off the second half. That has been cut short. That's a dangerous ball. Neymar. Mateus. Forlan. It's Forlan!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Now it's Hullet. No, that's been intercepted. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off, and he has been fouled there. Mateus gets his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
And it's Seedorf. Searching pass he's played there. Ronaldo gets flagged offside. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Pinches it off him. Aims beyond the defence. In by Can. Oh, great leap!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Cancelo. Very nicely done. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's forced to go back. Nesta. Van Dijk. Almost an hour gone. Now Van Dijk. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's a cute ball. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Substituição no time do Santos.
It's their second corner of the game.
Camisa 27. Sai para a entrada do jogador. Camisa 16. Substituição.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
No way through. Good play on the left-hand side here. Mateus. Pirlo is the team's great visionary. Tigres ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. João Cancelo. Seedorf. Kvaratskhelia. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried. Santos are down to 10 men.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Substituição no time do Santos.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
Camisa 30. Camisa 11. Neymar. Deixando o campo para a entrada.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet.
Camisa
Vinicius
5.
Junior.
Camisa 13.
This might spell danger.
Tigres really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
He is through here. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior getting forward. Oh, it's Dembele. Bellingham. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's got away. Vinicius Junior on a serious charge here. Good chance here. And that's a real chance missed.
Kvaratskhelia has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best, and he's managed to get free. They've got to be quick to recover this.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well, that is a good challenge from him. Oh, he's in. Can he finish? It's off target and by quite a way. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Teremos 3 minutos de
Belly
acréscimo.
always looking for that half a chance. Nice looking ball. Vinicius Junior is in a really good position out wide. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Not the most accurate pass. And time is up. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Tigres certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running.
It's impossible to ignore the genius that is Andrea Pirlo. He plays a deeper midfield role, but his whole game is designed to spray passes forward.
Just one of a kind.
Yeah, these guys now are almost extinct. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And here's Hullet. Just eases him off the ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Del Piero. Tries to play it through. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Bale. Bellingham. Pirlo. That's going wide left. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Now it's Bale. Bale, steaming forward at pace. It's Bale! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Thuram can clear it away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Just too much on that.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's made its way to him. He's free, he has got space. And the finish!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. And it's Bale. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Toure defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. No way through. And he was quick to react. Driving on and making good progress. And this is Pele! Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, good take and a good air. Great chance! Neymar could move up a gear here. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Hullet. Rafael Varane cannot be beaten that easily. Hullet, and here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
It's a good run, this, one that is high in energy. And this is Del Piero. No foul, says the referee. It's a pretty loose pass. Del Piero. Del Piero getting forward. Tries a shot! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
That looks a good ball through. He's found a way through. Ronaldo proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, shooting chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Cristiano Ronaldo. That's really well manoeuvred. He's a sharp little ball here. Decent chance! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Del Piero.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's found some space. Drives it in.
Tigres have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And this is Neymar. Chance! Marvellous goal!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
After 43
Calm,
minutes,
composed, confident. What a
21.
super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Del Piero! And he was there to get... And it's half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Tigres come in leading by just the odd goal.
Is only allowed in areas
I think
shown
on
in
the
this
whole
map.
the team
Thank
linked
you
up
for your
very well and has
cooperation.
been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Tigres leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break. So right back into the action. Tigres currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Nesta gets across to intercept that. Now it's Pelé. Now it's Bale. He's having a shot! And that's a tiny finish. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Gareth Bale! Gareth Bale!
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Hullet. Now it's Bale. It's Bale! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Cristiano Ronaldo! That was superb goalkeeping.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a right smile there.
And here's Bale. And it's Neymar. Neymar! 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 One of a type! He's brilliant! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Ronaldo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And they can counter here. Bale. Bellingham. Engages and forces him off the ball. 60 minutes played. And this is Del Piero. That is lovely.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Substitution in progress.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Thuram cuts out the pass. He won't be happy with that one. And this is Del Piero.
Del Piero really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Neymar makes a dash for it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Messi. There's the shot! And he's stuck it away! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Tigres now in a position far more desirable.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Now it's Cruyff. But he's forced to go back. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Has a look and plays it forward. Oh, that's a key interception. Pirlo, pass somewhat off target. Yaya Toure. And it's Neymar. Driving forward. Seedorf did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Maldini pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Now it's Pelé, and he welcomes it in. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Xavi. Oakland roots are looking to break at pace. Nicely weighted ball. He's had a shot! It's loose, has another goal! And yes, it's there! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Oakland roots give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish. And time is up. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose.
And if you do have a chance today, please take some
What
time
are your thoughts
out
on
to give your
today's game
support
then,
to our
Jim?
Bettis
Tigres
Stadium Fund.
really were very impressive in the way they found pockets of space in those key areas. They were able to get the runners in, and that proved decisive.